So we have been hearing about dark genome in the news. There was one very significant research that has come talking about dark genome. What is dark genome? So look at which of these statements talk about the concept of dark genome. Dark genome sometimes in the news refers to highly mutated part of DNA, region of DNA that contributes to genetic diseases, DNA elements that control skin pigmentation, because there's something called dark here, right? Sequence outside the well-known coding regions on DNA. Sequence outside the well-known regions. Why did you come to this conclusion that it is the answer? What made you to say this?
Not every part of the DNA is active to express the gene and produce the proteins.
Very much right, yes. So, normally, like dark side of the moon we heard about. Dark side of the moon. Dark matter we heard about. Right? Dark net we hear about. Dark is usually referred to something that is not well known, not well explored, or outside our understanding. It is the same dark genome. And they used to call this junk DNA before. Scientists used to call it junk DNA after Human Genome Project. Now they are calling it dark genome. Very simple, but frequently coming in news. I will show you the article in which they talked about dark genome. This is one way of asking a question on that article. There is another way of asking a question. I will explain that. But did you all agree that why it is sequence outside the well-known coding region? Dark refers to unexplored region. So it is neither of these, because some of these things are complicated, are little confusing, because some people may think about something to do with the dark color of the skin. It has no connection to that, and it doesn't have any connection to genetic diseases, because usually it lies outside the genes or outside what is called the coding region. Okay, and it is not highly mutated part of the DNA. Dark may sometimes refer to as negative part of it, right? It is not the meaning of that. So it is sequence of outside the well-known coding regions on DNA. So this is exactly what the article talked about. I would like to add a few points to this, because a question can be asked in a different way. You should be able to answer this. This came in February 2021. Couple of articles have come, but I use this particular reference here. At least 2 such articles have come in last year on this same area. And if you dig more, I am sure you will find about 10 of them. But at least 2 articles that we have seen. So what are they talking about here? So back in 2003, that was about almost 2 decades, where we have first derived human genome, draft of the first human genome sequence. So we got an idea about how human genome looks like, okay, at that point of time. So here they found out that the known genes, number of known genes, meaning coding region we normally call, unexplored region we normally call, is about 20,000 proteins. So actually this number is around 20,500 or so. Even this information is given in class 12th NCERT, because a very prestigious project in the field of biotechnology. So, but this number remained more or less constant, although in text different materials they talk about 25,000 genes, 35,000 genes, mostly it's a prediction. So the number remained more or less very constant. Not many genes are known, which is a very big surprise for scientists, because we expect to have close to 1 lakh genes, but they could only find about 20-25,000 genes. So now there must be an explanation to that. So scientists are looking for clues, because this 20,000 genes only account for about 1.5% of entire DNA. So meaning 98.5% of our DNA, as per our current knowledge, has no genes. Either you call it dark genome or you call it junk DNA, doesn't matter, but genes which code for proteins only account for a very, very small portion. So scientists are finding clues for this, and this is a study that comes from Cambridge, University of Cambridge. They want to find out any new genes that are actually present in living organisms. Okay, if so, where else are they? They looked into dark genome part. They found technology to look into dark genome part, and they found what is called novel genomic regions. Novel genomic regions. They use a term here. This term can also be asked in the exam. That is why I am highlighting this. Novel genomic regions, which is referred to as novel open reading frames, or they simply called NORFs. They refer to them as NORF. In this field, ORF is a very common term. open reading frame is something that can be read by ribosomes. A region that can be read by ribosomes giving rise to proteins. Such sequences, basically genetic sequences, gene sequences, are called ORFs, open reading frames. Now they found a novel or new type of open reading frames. And where are they found? They are not found in the regular regions of chromosomes where genes are found. They are found in this dark genome part of the DNA. And what is the importance of such regions? They found connection to 22 cancers. These novel regions dysregulated in at least 22 cancer types as per this article. Is it significant or not? If there is a connection to 22 different cancer types, this gives us a scope to create drugs to treat such problems. Okay, create drugs to treat such problems. So this is one research where focused on cancers, but recently we have also heard scientists finding genes related to some other problem. Have you noticed that article? There is another article connected to same dark genome part, but not a connection towards cancers, but something else has been found. Alzheimer's, exactly. They found a couple of genes that are dysregulated and connected to Alzheimer's problem. So dark genome in the news because of these things. Now it is providing new clues, new regions where we can find connections to existing health problems. So thereby it helps us diagnosing the problem, helps in finding the right treatment. Correct? So this is very significant, and this is the part that I want you to be aware about. One last question I would like to ask you on this. How come they are finding it now? Why didn't they realize about this before? What made them to find and reveal these sequences now? Scientists are able to now find new genes in living organisms because of which of the following? You get a question like that. What would be your answer?
They could not find the exact reason for the cancer kind of disease, which is uncurable as of now. So they want to explore more apart from DNA.
But why did they think that it is present in somewhere else?
Because in DNA itself, they have already coded the whole sequence, human genome project.
Right.
So they didn't find out the exact cause of it, they might have changed.
Okay, let's say that they had this idea before, but they could not find it then, but now they are able to find. It is because of lack of technology. That is what I am looking at. Advancements in technology. In the same article, they talked about new genomic studies, new proteomic studies, new algorithms. So question can be indirect. Many times we cannot find from where the question has come from, because it is indirectly connected to some information. Just a Google search will not give you an answer to that. A holistic understanding of that is important. Clearly in this article said it has become possible to reveal that because of advancements in technology like genomics, in proteomics, in algorithms, applications of bioinformatics. If you write an algorithm to look for a gene in a different way than what we thought about, such technologies are very important. Today, we have such technologies have developed to a level where those hidden genes could be identified. Okay, so like that, this information can be asked on any of these aspects, as you see, and very significant because now we are going to revolutionize the way cancer are treated. Now we are going to revolutionize how Alzheimer's, because there is no treatment for Alzheimer's. We didn't have a very good understanding about why Alzheimer's happen. We could not make connections to very good genes because we have multiple connections indirectly. But finding a right cause of Alzheimer's is very important for finding a treatment to it. And we are moving forward in that direction. Okay.